Is Tengan versus Gyutaro one of the greatest anime fights of all time?
Absolutely. 100%.
I don't know, because I've been seeing this a lot lately.
Yeah.
I've been seeing people say that this is one of the greatest anime fights of all time, and I just can't see it personally. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things. And our Discord is also out, so if you want to join that, talk anime with us, watch some anime, join that.
We just hit 500 subs, so we just want to give you guys a quick thanks for supporting our channel and our content. Let's get into it.
Let's get it.
So you guys may or may not realize this, but me and Josh, we're not big Demon Slayer fans.
Like, listen, like the animation top tier, but just the plot line is not completely there for me.
When I watched this Demon Slayer fight, I told Josh, this is better than Naruto versus Sasuke.
And now what I said that's cap.
And that's why we're having this video. Because I personally think that fight is one of the best fights in all of anime. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Because to me, there's 4 things that make an anime fight a good anime fight. One of them is choreography. You know, how they're fighting, you know, if they got hands and all that.
Yeah.
Another one is the background.
Yeah.
The character, they gotta have a good background, bro. They gotta have a good background.
You need a rude background.
Another one, how it forwards the plot or character development.
You need that.
And after the final one, animation.
Okay.
Animation gotta be clean.
Which is why I'm saying Demon Slayer is one of the best fights I ever seen.
All right. Let's start with animation.
Okay.
Let's start with animation.
Let's not start off with animation.
I just want
Because
to listen.
You shouldn't be comparing any other anime to Demon Slayer's animation.
Okay, I want to get this one just out of there quick.
Okay.
Because Demon Slayer animation is top tier.
Top tier.
I'm gonna give you that.
Top tier.
It's top tier.
It is top tier.
I don't think I ever seen an anime fight with that good animation as a Demon Slayer one. So I'm just gonna give you that just straight out the bat.
I know you can't argue with me about this, but I'm just gonna say this. Demon Slayer's animation, even though I'm not a big Demon Slayer fan, 10 out of 10.
But you know, there are other fights with pretty good animation too.
But not on Demon Slayer's level. Not on Demon Slayer's level, though.
But I did see some that were, you know, kind of close.
Okay.
Kind of close.
Kind of close.
But
Not on the same tier.
Not
on the same tier.
However,
Yeah.
for these other 3,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Denzel, but you're getting slapped on these.
Okay.
Because this is what I want to bring up.
Okay.
I want to bring up the background.
Okay.
You know, like the background of the fight. You know, the build up to it.
Listen, Josh, you don't
The
want
build up.
Okay.
Because the Demon Slayer fight, that fight did not have much build up to it at all.
That's true. See, that's true.
Comparing it to other fights,
Yeah.
such as like Naruto versus Sasuke, you knew they're gonna bang out for seasons.
See, years.
years. And you knew that they were gonna bang out.
That's true. That's true.
All these other animes, all these other big fights, I feel like they have that aspect to it that Demon Slayer doesn't really have.
Okay, but this is where I kind of see it from. The whole point of this arc was to show you how dangerous these people are.
Who?
Like the upper moons.
Bro.
You know, like the other demons. Because up to that point, Tanjiro and Nezuko, they could handle everybody, right? And then
I don't know. Tanjiro's getting clapped.
Oh, he was getting clapped.
Tanjiro
He
was getting clapped.
But I feel like they're trying to tell you in this fight that these guys, they're on the next level. Because if you watch the Mugen Train movie,
Yeah.
that guy, the pillar, Rengoku, he got smoked too.
Okay, but you think about, yeah, they try to tell you, but they literally did all this in like 10 episodes. Like, well, what is that really telling me? Honestly, like, even after watching this,
Yeah.
I barely know anything about them until the fight ended. Until the fight ended, that's when I actually got a backstory of who these guys are. Before that, I did not care about Daki. I did not care about Gyutaro.
You don't care
at
about
all.
Daki. You don't care about Daki.
They didn't give us anything.
Daki?
They didn't give us anything to care about because they put the backstory right after the fight.
Let me go.
Like, but who does that?
Let me scroll through Instagram. I'll give you 10 reasons to care about Daki.
Okay, I get it. I get it. She's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, so
She's
see.
bad, but that's it. But if you think about all these other enemies,
Yeah.
bro, the villain,
Yeah.
you already know so much about him before the fight even happens.
That's
like
true.
you already know the history. You know why the protagonist
Uh-huh.
wants to defeat him.
Yeah.
Like you already know all this stuff. I feel like the Demon Slayer one, it was just rushed.
Like, okay, the thing about Demon Slayer is that it's really on smoke. When they introduce a villain, that's like the first time you're seeing that villain. And then when that fight's done, that's probably like the final time you're seeing that villain. And then after that, it's a backstory about what happened to the villain. And to be honest, I kind of agree. They could build it up a little bit more. But that doesn't mean that it's still not on smoke.
But see, that's what harms them because they're doing everything in the wrong order.
I feel like in comparison to other shows, you're right.
So that's why when it comes to all these other fights
Yeah.
and all these other animes,
Yeah.
or wherever it's Gon versus Pito or whatever, I feel like all these other fights get the edge in that category.
You see, this is why I agree with you. This point right here is why I would say I prefer other shows compared to Demon Slayer. So I will give you that one. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now I want to talk about the choreography.
Okay, now you're wrong. Now it's already over.
Because right now you're about to get slapped in
No,
this.
no.
Because I'm about to talk about one of your favorite animes, bro.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z is the king of choreography. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat, Dragon Ball Z is probably like one of the kings of choreography. Can you agree to that?
No. And listen, I am a big Dragon Ball fan. And Dragon Ball does have amazing choreography. But they reuse a lot of frames, and you can agree to that.
Okay,
you can agree that they do a little too much.
But y'all gotta think about it. If it's hand to hand, there's not else more you can really do.
Okay,
to be honest,
compare what they do to like Kakashi versus Obito. That's
clean too. That's clean too.
But you would say that's cleaner than Dragon Ball.
You're right. I'm gonna use that same thing that you just said. I'm gonna use that right against you.
I don't use that against you. But this is my point though. Demon Slayer has that too,
but not to the extent of that.
I would say it does.
Stop it.
Because this is the thing. Dragon Ball Z, it's either reusing the same frames or it's shooting beams at each other, which is hard. Which is hard. It's hard.
Let's bring it to Naruto then.
But Naruto's the same thing.
No, because for Naruto, there's two characters that come to my mind.
Okay.
When it comes to choreography, like hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
Rock Lee.
Yeah.
And Neji.
Okay.
Those two characters, their hand-to-hand choreography is one of the best I've seen.
Okay, first of all, Neji barely fights in Shippuden. Barely.
Okay.
And Rock Lee is
when
barely in Shippuden.
But when they do fight, it goes down.
Okay. But we could say the same thing about Demon Slayer, no? Because when they fight, the hand-to-hand combat is always crisp.
It goes down, but it's not to the caliber of these other shows.
But think about this. They're side characters. Think about every other character in Demon Slayer, they have a third fight. Everybody has crisp animation and good choreography.
But that's what's crazy. These guys are side characters, and it's better than like the main thing in Demon Slayer, bro. Like it's better than like these main fights.
No, it's not better. It's comparable. It's not better.
It's better.
Okay, because this is the thing. Demon Slayer, they do this on a regular basis. You and me both know Naruto has some piss-ass fights, man.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, we both know this.
Well, yeah, obviously, when you have an anime
Sakura
that's
versus
over.
Ino?
Yeah, when you have an anime.
We don't have Sakura versus
but
Ino.
Hold on. Okay, but when you have an anime that's over 500 episodes, you're obviously going to have one or two fights that are obviously not that good.
But you have Sakura versus Ino, which is below garbage.
Hold up. If Demon Slayer was like 600 episodes, I'm pretty sure there'd be some garbage fights in that.
Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. But it doesn't. So we can't say that. That's hypothetical.
So you can't really say that for Naruto.
No, I can't say that.
But for the fights that Naruto actually does have,
yes,
there's about like at least 5 fights, bro, that are on a higher caliber.
Not the Tengan versus Gyutaro. All right. What would you say then?
Yeah, I can take any Naruto versus Sasuke fight, put that in there. So I'm gonna leave that there. Guy versus Madara.
No.
That was some crazy hands.
No.
But anyway, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
Obito versus Kakashi.
That's up there. I would compare that.
That was pretty crazy.
I would compare that.
I got one. Rock Lee versus Gaara.
No.
That's one of the most iconic fights.
Iconic, but choreography, animation.
Come on.
Choreography and animation, comparable, not better.
And then that's only one show. I can give you examples from all these other shows, bro.
But we're talking about the GOATs, fam. So you gotta compare GOATs to GOATs. Because all these other shows...
And Demon Slayer is not a GOAT, so I can barely compare it. Because it's not on the level of these other shows. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It may not be a GOAT, but it has GOATed fights. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm just going to leave it like this. There's levels to this.
Yes.
And Demon Slayer is not at the top level when it comes to choreography. Well, anyways, let's move on to the next one. Now, I want to move on to the plot development.
Okay.
Basically, bro, did it advance the story or a character?
Okay, so I will say this, and this is another reason why I'm not huge on Demon Slayer. A lot of these fights, I feel like they don't advance the plot. Like, this fight doesn't happen, and then everything changes after the plot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I will say that. But this did advance a lot of characters in the story because it showed them how strong their enemy is. And by doing that, it makes a very, very, very big statement to all the other characters in the show that they need to get stronger. And that's common staple for shonen animes.
Okay. So, Denzel, are you saying that this fight had the biggest plot advancement in anime fight history?
No.
Okay,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay. Well, will you say that this fight is top 30 in anime fight advancement for the plot? Isn't even the top 30 for that?
Okay.
For advancing plot.
Be honest. Not even in the top 500, fam. I'm gonna be honest. I can't bullshit. I gotta be honest. It's not even close to that.
Not even close.
But it does advance it to a degree. And that's something you could say about, better than other Demon Slayer fights.
Honestly, I feel like out of all the fights in Demon Slayer, this was even the fight that advanced the plot the most. It was even the fight. There was other fights that advanced it even more.
See, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yo, like straight up, all of the other examples of fights I said advanced the story way more than the Demon Slayer fight did. Every single example I gave you,
Yeah.
advanced the story or character way more.
If we're being honest, Gohan versus Cell advanced the story. Gon versus Picho advanced the story. Naruto versus Sasuke advanced the story. I know I'm listing off your points for you, but I'm just saying.
Thank you.
That it is true. It is true.
So
he's not wrong. He's not wrong. So in that case, yeah. Demon Slayer, it could advance the fight more, but in compared to other Demon Slayer fights, it did a pretty good job at showing what the threat is.
Like here's the thing about the fight. I'm not saying it's a bad fight.
Yeah.
I actually love the fight.
Yeah.
I thought the fight was really good. It was really good. It was rehearsed really well.
Yeah.
Choreography, it was pretty good. Animation was top tier. I'm just saying it just doesn't compare to these other fights because I don't really care about the villain.
Plot development.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that it doesn't really compare to all these other fights because I don't really care about the villain as much as I do for these other fights. If the villains had a more backstory to them and we knew them for longer,
they probably hit some more.
This might be one of the greatest anime fights of all time.
Even though this was a highly biased category, highly biased video, I will say I still think the fight by itself is top tier. It does miss some aspects, but it's still top tier. You agree with that?
It's top tier, but it's not the greatest.
It's up there. It's up there.